Hi everyone, today I am going to review this product, which is the palette from Dior, and it's the Collection Voyage, and it's the one that you can get it at the tax-free. I really wanted this product for such a long time, and I just got it a few weeks ago, and I've been using quite regularly since, and I want to review a full review on this. If you are interested in this product, I know it's quite hard to make your mind up because it's not something that's very cheap, and I bet this is not everyone's necessity, but it's something that's very nice to have, and it looks really pretty. And it's only sold at the tax free, so you can't really go to the counter regularly to check and test it out and think about it and come back again. You can't do that at all. If you are interested in this product, I really hope I can help you in some ways by watching this video. In this video, I am going to include some of the swatch pictures and detailed pictures, so you can see better than just swatching on this video. But I will swatch on this video as well. So just to give you an idea, I am wearing all of the products from here. So let's get started. So you get this sort of velvety sachet, and it's sort of black to dark navy color, which is really pretty. And if you open it up, you get two compartments, like one for the actual palette and the other for brushes. You get cheek brush, and it's also a powder brush, I think, and then you get one for the eyeshadow tip, and then you also get lip brush, but it doesn't really work very well on a lip, I think, but I will give you a review later. So moving on to the actual palette, I hope you can see it says Dior, and then it says CD at the background, depending on the light reflection. I think it's really pretty. It's dark navy, their signature color plastic. It's really nice and rigid, which I really like about. And if you open it up, you get these 8 products, 4 eyeshadows, and 1 blusher, and 1 powder, and 2 lip products. And I believe these are 2 lip glosses. So most of the colors in this palette, the finishes are definitely more glittery, sort of pearly finish. And only thing which is matte is this face powder here. So if you don't like sort of pearly to glittery finish, I don't think you're gonna like this palette, because these 2 lip glosses have really shimmery, glittery colors, and actually all of these 4 are actually very shimmery or pearly finish. So starting off with these 4 eyeshadows here, you get sort of like a whitish color, and you also get gray color, and you also get sort of like a purpley grayish color. And here it definitely gives sort of like a pinky shade. But when you actually put it on or swatches, like the change is not true to the color, as you can see on the palette. I will show you now. And the first one I want to show you is this one. This is the one that I like the least, because I feel it's quite powdery. I don't know if you could see, but comparing to the drugstore eyeshadows in general, this is a lot more pigmented. But comparing with these 3, it's the least pigmented ones. And it looks really ivory, sort of slightly pinkish color in the pan. But when you swatches, it gives a sort of iridescent, really pinky color. And this gray color is very pigmented. And it's a really light touch, and it reflects the light very well. And it looks slightly dark in the pan, but when you actually put it on your skin, it's more really light silvery color. And moving on to the color here, which is a lot more pink than this one. It's also very pigmented, and again, it's the same as the gray one I just swatched, and it gives a really shimmery metallic effect. And the last eyeshadows is this one here, and in the pan it looks slightly purpley but grayish, and it comes on more gray than purple, which I really like about, because I don't think I suit purple that much, and it's very, very pigmented. So very small swatch is more than enough. So how I wore my eyeshadow today is I put this pink color here, which is really, really pigmented, all over the underneath of my eyes. And the purpley color is just at the outer corner at the bottom and then towards the top here. And then I put this really pigmented grayish color, which comes on slightly whiter than it looks on the pan, in the middle of the eye hole. And then finally I put this one as a highlighter in the inner corner and just below my brow bones. So these four are all the eyeshadows you get, and I really think this fits most of the skin tones. Well, it has to, right? Because you know this palette comes with just this set, and you can't choose any different colors. And it's definitely feminine. So if you are not into sort of feminine color makeup, I really don't think you're gonna like this, because you know blushes are really girly and feminine, and it's a party finish and all that. But I really like this, and it's a lot more springy than the winter time. So I would definitely be wearing this summer and spring a lot, but most likely I'm not going to be using this palette much during the winter time. So moving on to the face powders, which are these two big ones here. This color here is basically a face powder. I think you can use it as a foundation too, and it feels like a really nice quality powder. I'm not sure if I would make any sense, but I really like this powder because it's not so powdery, but at the same time it keeps my face really matte, and it has a slight coverage, and it doesn't make my face really cakey. I actually really like the color of this powder because this is a cool undertone and a slightly yellow base, and at the same time I think it suits quite wide range. And even if you are slightly warmer undertone, I think you can work it if you have this lightness of my skin, which is, well, I am wearing about like NC25 in MAC, but I feel this is slightly lighter than my skin tones, so I use it as a highlighter kind of. So I put it like in the top of my nose and then T-zone, and you know, just here on this, just under the eye area, and yeah, it works very well. I think it's amazing for touch-up actually. So moving on to the blusher, which is this color here, and it's a really pretty girly pink. It looks slightly pinky with small shimmers in it. I really hope you can see. Well, I'll slip a picture here now. It's a type of color I really like, but I have such an oily skin that I'm not sure if I can work it perfectly. When I just done my makeup, it looks amazing because you know it sort of gives a nice glow and things like that. But about 4 hours after wearing a makeup, it sort of brings out my oiliness a bit more. It sort of more emphasizes my oiliness of my face a little bit more. So I really have to be careful with that. But otherwise, the color is really pretty girly pink. So finally, moving on to two lip glosses, which is the ones here. And the darker one is sort of like azuki, purpley, brownish color. It's definitely not burgundy. It's more sort of like a dusty burgundy color. So one next to it is basically a clear lip gloss, but it has lots of glitter of pink, blue, and sort of purpley and silver colors all over it, and it looks really pretty. And I'll give you a swatch here by pictures because I don't think it swatches very well on the camera. So on my lip today, I am just wearing this light lip gloss, just because when I was trying this one on, it made my face look sort of like an autumny, winter appropriate rather than summery kind of face. And my lip color is quite dark to start off with, so it sort of emphasizes the darkness of my lip, and I like my lip to be looking slightly lighter than how my natural lip is. So I usually wear slightly lighter lip gloss or lipstick all the time. So I think I will be using quite a lot of this and not so much of that, because it makes me look a lot more mature than my age. I might be using this a lot more in 20 years time, but at the moment I think I really like this color. So quickly, I just want to mention in the end about these brushes that it comes with the set. And you get this powder brush, which looks like that. It's okay, it's very generic powder brush that I feel like, and I think this is a natural hair. It's definitely not synthetic, it looks like. But when you try to use these palettes with it, and it doesn't quite fit, and it goes everywhere, and it sort of touches the lip gloss, if that makes sense. So it's quite messy. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it with this palette. I'd rather use my hand for the blushes especially to apply rather than this, because you know it's quite hard to deal with. And you also get a lip brush which looks like this. Again, I think it's a natural hair, but I prefer using lip glosses with my hands, and I use this as an eyeshadow applicator because it's a lot easier to use than this tip it comes with. And I never really use this kind of thing because, you know, it kind of hurts my eyes, and it doesn't really apply nicely, and it doesn't apply evenly, and I feel like with the brush it's a lot easier to control with. And compared to other people, I think I have a lot smaller eyes, so it needs to be precise, and this one does a better job than that. So obviously if I'm traveling or something, I will bring my makeup brushes, my own, and I'm probably not going to use these kind of things. But if I was bringing this palette on a daily basis in my bag, then I would definitely use this because it's a lot smaller and easier to carry. So if you buy this palette at the tax-free, I think it's about just below 70 American dollars, which is not so bad considering how much the normal eyeshadow palette costs. And the colors I really like, especially around the time of the year. I think this travel palette is one of the smaller side, and they have a lot of different kinds, but I think this palette especially has a really nice selection of colors and products. You know, you get eyeshadows, you get 2 lip stuff, and you get 2 face products. I think that's really good. You know, the other bigger ones, obviously you get all of that, probably including mascaras, but it's a lot more bulkier, and you probably find a lot more stuff that you don't like in that palette. The palette that's smaller than this actually contains just lip and eye products. So the travel collection from the Dior with this size, I think it's a really good mix, and the cost at the same time. I was really looking forward to testing out the eyeshadows in a longer basis. I've tried it out a few times in a counter, but I never purchased myself. And I knew that Christian Dior eyeshadows were produced in one of the best laboratory in the world, and it definitely didn't disappoint me at all, and it's really good pigmentation. Apart from this color here, but the rest of it is absolutely amazing. I think I will absolutely adore this product this spring. So I really hope I helped you in some ways if you are interested in products and sort of considering if you should get it or not. And if you just want to see the swatches and things like that, I will put it on my blog and links below. And I really hope you enjoyed and speak to you soon. Bye!